Hey, Yasha cousin. So we just gonna call this a part 3, okay? Uh, so I am going to reply back to those who responded to me under my video regarding Polo and Cash going on a date, doing a spicy scene, and my response to Marcus and his actions, okay? Um, Unfortunately, but understandably, especially with the United States and its education rate, I understand how few of you guys did not understand or comprehend that the reason for my video was just to address Marcus' behaviors due to his usage of God and how God continues to bless him in all his doings, how God orchestrates things to happen and he financially benefits from them. Had Marcus not used God, I would not have addressed him the way that I addressed him. And I did it the appropriate way because I went directly to the Bible and found chapter and verses and shared that with you guys and how his actions do not align. However, I'm going to respond to especially one comment that stuck out quite a bit. They wrote quite a lot. Not quite yet a dissertation, but they wrote quite a lot. And one of you guys' favorite YouTubers decided they wanted to agree with it. All right, so they stated the hypocrisy on the spicy content is hilarious. And to many of these commenters, if something is so disgusting to you, if something is so wrong and evil, if something is so foul and deplorable, how is it that all y'all are paying $5 a month to see all the nastiness of it and still have the audacity to come under people's platforms and judge them and even talk about Marcus just because he's filming? We all do what we want when we want, but when somebody else does something, we stand in place of judgment as if we are judge, juror, law, and God. If y'all Bible thumpers will be more into church and believing and not trying to use the Bible against everybody, church will be a holy place. Then one of your favorite YouTubers, like I said, agreed. So I'm just going to basically respond to this comment and to anyone else who agrees with this comment and calling us Bible thumpers. He obviously did not comprehend why I used the Bible. Okay, I only used it, like I stated, because that's where Marcus, he wants to start with the use of God. But I'm going to continue giving you more scriptures. Like I stated, I know it, but I want to give you the actual Bible verse. The Bible continuously teaches us that we should not encourage, celebrate, or participate in sin. We can go to Romans 1:32. It says, although I know God's righteous decree, they not only continue to do these very things, but also approve of those who practice them. It continues to say that this individual deserves death. We can also go to Ephesians 5:11. I understand how one might feel a certain type of way that I would make a video and others would comment on it instead of not just watching. But as a believer, and I'm only assuming that Marcus is a believer because why are we using God's name in vain? But anyways, as a believer, 1 Corinthians 5:12-13 said that I am responsible as a believer to what? Holding fellow believers responsible, accountable. Yeah, so that is my job. See, one thing we don't do, now we all understand that we all have sin, we all participate in sin, but what I do not do, I do not come to YouTube and promote my sin. That is something that I don't find acceptable, and obviously others don't as well. She said that all these people who are paying $5 a month have something to say. That's an assumption. Surely he has some subscribers, but do we all have something to say? Now, I understand that your morality might be questionable, as well as the fellow YouTuber might as well, since she agrees, but mine is not, okay? But I will also say there are also more scriptures in the Bible that says that we should correct and restore those gently. I believe I have done just that because there are other ways I could have said it. Okay, and then I took a stroll over to Troy's World. You know, he brings great content. And he reposted a old live that he did, and it was what is bad? And Marcus decided that he wanted to come on Troy's live and discuss others and their negative comments about what he is doing. Now, I want to use Marcus' exact words, and I will also summarize. So, Marcus believes in that bringing correction is finding joy in negativity. He believes that those who watch and have something negative to say have mental illness. In fact, he called it demonic. Well, I guess we both see that he knows both God and the devil. Good job. Yes, he said that those who are responding are messing up their good karma and good energy. He, in fact, stated that he prays to God. He prays to God that you guys who have something negative to say, who's passing out that bad karma, you unsubscribe. You unsubscribe and take food out of his family's mouth. You unsubscribe, and maybe he will then have to go find somewhere else to stay instead of his nice location that he is in right now. You unsubscribe when gas prices is higher than giraffe pussy. Now, Troy made a good point. He basically stated that Marcus is benefiting off of all these negative comments and those who do not align with his viewpoint but still watching. And Marcus does not believe that this is really occurring, not at the number that Troy might have suggested. However, Marcus was previously in sales, right? And he is the educated one, right? Shout out to Granny, who always talking about how Marcus is the educated one. I too am educated. So I'm pretty sure that Marcus took a marketing class. And he understands that usually when people give feedback, you're either going to get the great ones or you're going to receive the negative ones. So we understand that, but somehow it doesn't correlate to what Marcus has going on. He is always the outlier. So to summarize this all, to the commenters, Marcus brought this upon himself. Had he not continued to use God and said God is blessing him in his doings, I, Roxy, at the Rox Live, would have had nothing to say. Wouldn't have cared to address it. But like I stated previously, every time he mentions God, my stomach curdles. Now, I understand that some of you guys' morals are questionable, and that's okay. And I'm not necessarily, let's not speak into the non-believers, but we all like to call ourselves believers, but have very shaky morals, okay? This is just going to Marcus' behavior, because I refuse, as a believer, to sit back and let him use God's name in vain, okay? As most of us know, even the non-believers, the Bible states that we're not supposed to use God's name in vain. Deuteronomy 5:11. To assist you guys with the Hebrew definition of what does it mean vain. It means falsely, frivolously, or without purpose. Falsely. God ain't blessing you in all your sin, okay? So, I hope this assisted in your paragraph that you left. But continue to write, and I'll have something to say. But I definitely don't have $5 for his spicy content. And my time is valuable, and I don't get paid from YouTube. And I wasted more than 5 minutes of my time, and definitely more than $5 of it. Ciao.